with the following topics. May I request Mr. Jeremy Manulat to recap the discussion yesterday. Jeremy.
So yesterday we discussed about the layers of the earth, which is the mantle, core, crust, and the inner core and outer core. So which is the inner core is the solid and the outer core is the liquid. That's all.
Hello. Thank you so much, Jeremy. So now we're going to discuss about the. Before I go on to my discussion proper, let me ask you this question. So if we talk about the study of Earth, ano yung tawag doon? Anyone?
Geology.
Okay, so thank you very much. So we're discussing all these topics because we are studying the we are having our we have our first topic all about geology. Oh my god, sorry for so visible lang presentation.
Yes.
Yes, Gleam.
Okay, so thank you.
Yes.
So welcome to my presentation. I am for those who doesn't know me yet, my name is Gleamer from Sibagat. Okay, so let's proceed. Uh, our lesson for today is all about the impact cratering, volcanism, and tectonics. Impact cratering. So I know you have already an idea what is crater because this topic is being discussed by the previous courses from especially earth science, I think. So impact cratering is a pervasive geologic process that continually modifies the Martian surface. When we say pervasive, it is a physical effect to the Earth's surface. Impact cratering is also the excavation of a planet's surface when it is struck by a meteoroid. So pag mayingon tag struck, mo to siya kanang unforced nga bangga. Shall we say, unwelcome phenomenon or a disaster that is harmful and with damaging effects. Uh, so the cratering has also its but major parts. So first is the floor. The bottom of a crater either bowl shaped or flat, usually below the level of the surrounding ground. So as you see to the picture, 'di ba, pa bowl shape ang crater. So this level here nga naka-level sa Martian surface of the Earth, kay 'di ba pa bowl siya. So this surface nga naka-level sa Martian surface sa atong Earth is called the floor of the crater. So second is the central peaks. Peaks formed in the central area of the floor of a large crater. So for example, the example of this one is if we put a stone to salapok. 'Di ba if we get the stone from the salapok is naimurag mo bend or naimurag mabira nga lapok sa tunga nga murag ma-form siya og murag mountain. So that is the example of the central peaks kana siya. Okay. So the second one is the walls. The walls is the interior sides of a crater, usually steep. They may have giant stair like terraces that are created by slumping of the walls due to gravity. Second is the rim. The edge rim is the edge of the crater, like this one. So it is elevated above the surrounding terrain because it is composed of material pushed up the edge during excavation. So kaning curve nga form from sa gawas to padulong sa wall, gawas padung sa wall, then kaning bowl shape curve, mo ni siya ang gitawag og rim. Ang murag na bend form siya from the Martian surface of the Earth. So next is the ejecta. The ejecta is the rock material thrown out of the crater area during an impact event. It is distributed outward from the crater stream onto the planet's surface as debris. It can be loose materials or a blanket of debris surrounding the crater, thinning at the outermost region. So, kanang magpisik-pisik or mga lagpot nga mga materials, mga na-thrown out siya to the outermost sa crater, mo na siya ginatawag og ejecta. Kanang mga materials nga nang lagpot. And then, rays. So, the rays are the bright streaks extending away from the crater, sometimes for great distances composed of ejecta material. So, kaning rays, mo ni siya, kung sa ato pa nga mga human, mo ni siya ang gitawag og footprints nato. Or mo ni siya ang gitawag og footprints sa ejecta. Ang rays. Kanang murag, kibali ang, basta rays, mo na siya ang rays. Okay, so before ko mag-go deeper sa next what causes impact cratering ba? Anyone? Or am I audible pa ba? Hello? Okay, si Dilio, go.
Nakuha lang unsay cause mga impact cratering kani siya meteorite struck by meteorite ora glimpse.
Okay, so it's correct because as we all know that craters produced by the collision of meteorite with the earth. 'Di ba? Collision, when we say collision, pagbangga o kanang pagbangga. For example, two motorcycles, nasa like collision nga nahitabo. Mo na ang impact cratering. Pero dili lang kay always sa earth ang meteorite maigo. There are sometimes nga napod siya sa other planets or some especially sa moon. So, if you wonder why ang impact cratering is very important man sa ato to study or to learn, because impact cratering are the windows into the past, the present, and the future. So pasabot, this impact cratering can help those geologists who studied the past, the future, and the present of our Earth. Because ang impact cratering pod have been essential to developing our understanding of the past of the solar system. So I have a question here. Does Earth have impact cratering? Anyone?
Naa.
So why? Okay, sige ako na lang. So does Earth have impact cratering? Much of Earth's surface is recycled through plate tectonic and erosion, di ba? Most sa ato ang Earth's surface is recycled through plate tectonic. So if you wonder then why the moon have so many craters while the Earth has few. So sakto to, ang Earth naasab siya o gitawag nga impact cratering. Pero gamay lang siya. It is because of weathering and erosion na hard i-recognize ang crater. Kaya di ba when we say tectonics, di ba ang kanang mga plate tectonic ga-move na siya? O ang weathering pod ga-change tag diri natay mga weather. Okay. Okay, thank you, Drin. So what so ma-identify sad nimo ang craters pinaagi sa pagtan-aw sa parts if the parts are present or visible to that ano certain crater. If natay kibali makitaan nga murag na form of crater, so we need to identify if ang rays, ang ejecta, ang rim, ang walls og central peaks ug ang floor is present pa siya adtong inyong nakitaan nga crater. So next is the volcanism. So kaning volcanism ano, the same lang ni siya sa spelling na VO na volcanism. It is any of various processes and phenomena associated with the superficial discharge of molten rock, pyroclastic fragments, or hot water and steam, including volcanoes and and so on. Sa oh my god. So why volcanoes are also important? Why volcanic activities are also important? It is because volcanoes are important to provide nutrients to the surrounding soil. So ang volcano pud ay napuday siya ma-provide sa ato ang soil. Nut- Nutrients ato ang soil. For example, a volcanic ash often contain minerals that are beneficial to plants. So mo ni ang importance pod sa volcanic activities or volcanism. So next is the tectonics. Plate tectonics is a scientific theory that explains how major landforms are created as a result of Earth's movements. The theory, which solidified in the 1960s, transformed the Earth sciences by explaining many phenomena, including mountain building events, volcanoes, and earthquakes. So, di ba natay gitawag og supercontinent? Do you remember it from our previous semesters, the Earth science? Yung tinatawag nating supercontinent. Anyone? Hello?
Pangea.
Okay.
Panjaya.
So, thank you so much. So, ang atong yung tinatawag nating supercontinent is called Pangea. Moto siya na ang mga plates nga na dito is the North America, Europe and Asia, Africa, Antarctica, Australia, South America, and the subcontinent of India. So, ang example ani niya is ang continental drift theory ni Alfred Wegener. So mo ni siya ang isa sa example sa plate tectonics movement na so discussion point parts of craters. Anyone nga makarecap sa parts sa craters? Or are there any questions ba with regards to my ano? Hello. Okay, so there's none. I think there's none. So anyone nga maka point out sa parts of craters? Hello, Miss Gwyneth. Can you please elaborate the parts of
Yeah.
craters?
Wait lang ha, kay medyo shaky. Unsa to, Glim?
Can can you please elaborate the parts of the craters? Or anyone na nakabalo? So hello, si Miss Jel or Alcolar. Sige, so unsa ganitong part sa crater? We have floor. Itong iba.
Wolf, a wolf, rim, and race.
Okay, sige, thank you. Sa ano po, maka-elaborate sa seven major tectonic plates. So why we are discussing this impact cratering, volcanism, and tectonics? It is because geology. It is because we are talking about geological activities, meaning these are the events that are responsible for the current formation, landforms, and sea forms of the Earth. Like, for example, impact cratering. Impact cratering also contributed so much to the geologists because it is also it also changes the landforms of our Earth. Next is the volcanoes. Volcanoes are also important because it cultivates and produce abundant food for or nutrients for the plants. Next is the tectonics. We have this called supercontinent Pangea na na-create siya and thus slowly broke apart eventually forming the continents as they are today. So mo na ilang importance because geology is a science that deals with the history of the earth and it's especially as recorded in rocks. I think that's all. Thank you. Any questions? I'm super ready. So, so any questions? Sorry, I didn't have you in class yesterday. What do you mean, Miss Charlene? Okay, no more. Say, thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have learned. And I think you have an idea na about this because we have been discussing this from our previous courses. Thank you so much.